Okay. Well, electricity. Electricity. What do you know about electricity? Anything. Current passes through the circuit. Okay. Cathode and anode. Okay.
Movement of electron.
Movement of electron. Okay.
Passes the electrons.
Passes the electron. Okay. See, first try to understand what is a charge. What is a charge? What is a charge? Okay, you have atom. You know atom. The atom, inside the atom there is a nucleus. Inside the nucleus there are protons and neutrons. Protons are positively charged. Neutrons are
Negatively charged.
neutral. And electrons are negatively charged. So, in an atom, nucleus consists of protons which are positively charged. Neutrons are neutral and electrons are negatively charged. Okay. So these charged the particles, protons and electrons, especially electrons. So that is called as a charge. Okay, charge or charged particles. So in physics, whenever we talk of charged particles, mostly we are talking about electrons. Remember, yes, protons are also charged particles, but they don't constitute larger physics. Okay, because electricity is all about movement of electrons or nature of electrons, behavior of electrons. Okay, all that. So what? So whenever there is a charges are of two types. One is positive charge, another is negatively charged. So positive charge means, remember, it is loss of electron or deficiency of electron. Negative charge means
Loss of
gain, presence of electron. Negative charge means gain of electron or presence of electron. Positive charge means absence of electron. Okay, likewise you study in chemistry a cation and anion. Cation is formed when an electron is lost from a neutral isolated atom. Cation cation means charge, a positive charge formed by loss of an electron from an isolated neutral atom. Anion means gain of electron. Anion means negative charge. How negative charge is formed? By gain of electron to an isolated neutral atom. Isolated neutral atom ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಥವಾ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದೆ. So it is not combined with anything. It is independent. It has its independent existence. That we call it as isolated atom. Isolated neutral atom. Neutral means an atom consists of equal number of protons and electrons. Correct? Any atom has equal number of protons and electrons. Means number of protons is equal to number of electrons. Number of protons is equal to number of electrons. So amount of positive charge is equal to amount of negative charge. When amount of positive charge is equal to amount of negative charge, net, what is the net charge? Zero or neutral. Charge. So whenever you talk about charge, means you are talking about electrons. Now when these electrons move, they produce something called a current. Okay. So first formula that you have to remember in this chapter is Q is equal to N into E. Remember this formula. Charge, Q stands for charge, N stands for number of electrons and E stands for charge of an electron. What is the value of E? What is the value of charge of an electron? E is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. What is the unit of charge? What is the unit of current? Ampere. What is the unit of time?
Second.
What is the unit of force? Force.
Newton.
What is the unit of displacement?
Distance.
Meter.
Per second.
Meter. Okay. So I repeat, Q is equal to N into E. Q is equal to N into E. Q stands for total charge. N stands for number of electrons. E stands for charge of an. This is constant. This is fixed. So this is E stands for charge of an electron. 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Okay. The next formula that you come across is I is equal to Q by T. What is I? I stands for current. Q stands for charge. Unit of charge. Unit of charge. Unit of charge. SI unit of charge. Coulomb. बता का कारण COULomb. So what is current? Rate of flow of electrons. What?
Rate of flow of electrons.
Rate of flow of rate of flow of electrons is called
Charge.
current. Rate of flow of charge is called
Current.
rate of flow of electrons is called
Current.
rate of flow of charge is called
Current.
we can also call it as electric current. What?
Electric current.
Electric current. Okay, any doubt? Simple. Okay. Now next we move on to something called Ohm's law. What?
Ohm's law.
Ohm's law. Ohm's law states that a conductor. What is a conductor?
Electric
What is a conductor?
flowing.
Material that allows electric current to pass through it. I repeat, material that allows electric current to pass through it is called a conductor. What is an insulator?
Which does not allow current to pass.
Material that does not allow electric current to pass through it is called
Insulator.
So we have studied in chemistry also. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Do you remember mentioning it? Metals are
Good conductor of electricity.
heat and electricity. Metals are good conductors of.
Heat and electricity.
Non-metals are
Bad conductor.
bad conductors of
Heat and
heat and
electricity.
electricity. Okay. So for in this chapter, electricity chapter ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗೋದು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಸುಲೇಟರ್ಸ್. Conductors. Example, remember copper and aluminum. Copper and aluminum both are metals. Copper is a metal. Aluminum is a metal. So most of the wiring systems that we come across, household ಮನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ wiring ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ, most of them are copper wires. Why copper? Because copper is a metal. Why metal? Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Simple. Okay. Now Ohm's law states that at constant temperature, okay, the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference. Current directly proportional to potential difference between the ends of the conductor. I repeat, Ohm's law states that at constant temperature, the current flowing through the conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference between the ends of the conductor. First, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಈಗ ಏನಿದು ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು imagine this is a conductor, some wire, okay. Now this is put for on a positive terminal, this is put on a negative terminal. Likewise we saw in reactivity series, cathode and anode, oxidation and reduction. So anode was
Negative.
positive terminal, negative cathode was
Negative.
negative terminal. ಆ ತರನೇ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. One is positive terminal, another is negative terminal. Okay. ಈಗ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಮತ್ತು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ನ ನೀವು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ 10 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇದು 10 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ 10 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Now 10 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ and minus 10 ವೋಲ್ಟ್, what is the difference?
0.
Na.
20.
20. 10 to minus 10, what is the difference? 20. 10 minus of minus 10. ನೋಡಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, 0 ಇದೆಯಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 10 ಇದೆಯಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ 10 ಇದೆಯಾ. 10 to minus 10, what is the difference? 20 units. Clear? 20 units. So larger the potential difference, larger the current. Simple. Larger the potential difference, larger the potential difference, larger the current. That is Ohm's law. That is Ohm's law. Next, we move on to this concept of resistivity. Concept of resistivity. Okay, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? So this I is equal to V ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನು ಬಿಡಿಸಿ E is equal to R. ಈ proportionality, we remove this proportionality and add equality with one constant. That constant is called R, and R stands for resistance. I stands for current. V stands for potential difference. So I repeat, proportionality is removed to get equality by multiplying with a constant. That constant is called R, also called as resistance, and the unit of resistance is ohm. Resistance, unit of resistance, unit of current,
Ampere.
Unit of potential difference,
Volt.
Volt. Unit of charge, unit of time,
Second.
unit of power,
Joules.
power, watt, power, energy,
Watt. Joules.
work done,
Joules.
joule, watt, power.
Watt.
Okay. So this is Ohm's law. Any doubt with charge, Q is equal to NE, E, I is equal to Q by T, and Ohm's law. So Ohm's law, this is very important. V is equal to IR. V stands for potential difference. I stands for
Current.
R,
Resistivity.
resistance. Unit of resistance, unit of current,
Ampere.
unit of volt potential difference.
Volt.
Easy. See, it is so easy. Okay. Next we move on to this concept of resistivity. What? Resistivity. Okay. Well, what is this resistivity? Let us see. Resistivity. Imagine you have a conductor like this. Imagine you have a conductor like this. So this is called as cross section. Cross section. Bread ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಬ್ರೆಡ್ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಲೈಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಸ್ಲೈಸ್ ಫೇಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಫೇಸ್ ಈ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತಾ, ಸ್ಲೈಸ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಶೇಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವೈರ್ ಇದೆ, ವೈರ್ನ ಈ ಥರ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಥರ ಫೇಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಶೇಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಫೇಸ್? ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್. ವಾಟ್? Circular. Imagine this is a conductor and its length is L. What is a conductor? Material that allows electricity to pass through it. Basically any metal. Example, copper or aluminum. Okay. Now when you apply potential, potential means some energy source. Potential means like a battery. Okay. So you have positive terminal and negative terminal. When you apply battery or a source or voltage or EMF, anything, energy source, voltage, battery, DC current, DC, everything, all are same. Or EMF, electromotive force, all stands for the same meaning. Right? So this is positive terminal, this is negative terminal. When you apply energy source, or this energy source, it will start giving some force to what? To the electrons which are there inside the conductor. These electrons are also called as valence electrons. You already know what are valence electrons. What are valence electrons?
Unbalanced.
None. Valence electrons are those electrons which are present in the outermost orbit of the atom. Correct? Which are easily available for conductivity. So valence, I repeat, valence electrons are those electrons which are present in the outermost orbit of the atom, which are available for conductivity or flow of electrons. Or those electrons are responsible for production of current. Electrons they are freely available. Valence electrons they are present in the outermost orbit of the electron. Okay. Whenever you apply this energy source, ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, push ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. What does it push? It pushes the electrons. Now electrons ಒಂದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Remember one thing. In physics, remember this property. The direction of the current is opposite to the direction of flow of electrons. This is valid in chemistry and physics both. Conventional current. ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇದು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್, ಇದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಲೋವರ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ higher potential, negative means lower potential. So whenever I apply the potential, see electrons are negatively charged. Potential means okay, good. First I will explain what is potential. Potential andre ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, potential andre the energy required simple. What is potential? Potential is the amount of energy required to move an electron of electric charge of 1 coulomb. ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಈ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ವಾಸ್ Q = N × E. What is total charge? It is number of electrons multiplied by charge of 1 electron. E means charge of 1 electron. N means number of electrons. So product of N into E gives total charge. ಈಗ ನನಗೆ ಇದು 1 ಕೂಲಂಬ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋ, ಚಾರ್ಜ್ 1 ಕೂಲಂಬ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋ. ಆಯಿತಾ? 1 ಕೂಲಂಬ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋ. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ 1 ಕೂಲಂಬ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ಗೆ 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18 ಇಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಸೇರಿದರೆ ಇದು ನೋಡಿ, ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್. ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್. 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18, these number of electrons constitute 1 coulomb of charge. 1 coulomb means not 1 electron. 1 coulomb means not 1 electron. 1 coulomb means 6 into 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18 number of electrons. Okay, ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ See, 2 is equal to n into e ಇದೆಯಾ, n is equal to q by e ನ ಕೂಲಂಬ್ ಇಂದ 1 ಕೂಲಂಬ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. 1 divided by 1.6 is 0.625 into 10 to the power of 9 minus 19 19 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So if you move decimal to right position, right by one position, it is 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18. One ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
So 1.6 into 10 to the power of 19 means
Number of electrons. These number of electrons constitute 1 coulomb of charge. ಇಷ್ಟು 1 ಕೂಲಂಬ್ ಆಫ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ನ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು 1 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಮೂವ್ 1 ಕೂಲಂಬ್ ಆಫ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್?
to move 1 coulomb of charge.
Energy required.
Energy required to move 1
1
coulomb.
coulomb of charge. That's what is potential. Okay. Okay. See, this is negative terminal. This is positive terminal. ಈಗ electrons are also negative. Negative gets repelled. And these electrons are attracted towards positive terminal. Negative gets attracted towards positive terminal. Like we say, like charges repel. ಅಂದರೆ ಎರಡೂ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ರಿಪೆಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎರಡೂ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ರಿಪೆಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ರಿಪೆಲ್, ಅನ್ಲೈಕ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ attract. Okay. Now electrons will move in this direction. Okay. Electrons will move in this direction. This direction. Now I told one thing. The direction of current is opposite to the direction of flow of electrons. Direction of current is opposite to the direction of flow of direction of current. Direction of current is opposite to the direction of flow of electrons. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್, ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್. ಸೊ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಟು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್. Current moves from positive terminal to
negative. So negative to positive
electrons. Electrons, basically electrons are negatively charged. Electrons are gets repelled by negative pole. Negative terminal ಇಂದ repel ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Attracted towards positive terminal. So electrons move from negative to positive, negative to positive. ಈ ತರ. This is closed circuit. Continuous. Okay. Now current, direction of current is opposite to the direction of flow of electrons. Okay. So if you consider this cross section as A and this as L of the L means length of the conductor. Remember. Now through Ohm's law we got V is equal to IR. R is equal to V by I. Okay. This resistance, I will tell what is resistance. Resistance ಅಂದ್ರೆ resistance means the obstruction to the flow of electrons. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಗಾಡಿ ಓಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಟೂ ವೀಲರ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಏನೋ ಓಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ, ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ, ಸ್ಲೋ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಲೋ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಡೌನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. Slowing down is called resistance.
So resistivity.
ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದೆ. Next ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, next ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. See, remember, resistance of the conductor is directly proportional to length of the conductor. Remember, resistance of the conductor is directly proportional to length of the conductor. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, imagine you have a conductor like this. ಈ ತರ ಇದೆ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್. ಈಗ ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ಐ ಟೇಕ್ ಎ ಹ್ಯಾಮರ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವೈರ್ ಇಂಟು ಈ ಶೇಪ್. ಸೇಮ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸೇಮ್. ಇದೇ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ನಾನು ಹೊಡೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಉದ್ದ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಹ್ಯಾಮರ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೊಡೆದು ಅದನ್ನ ಉದ್ದ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಉದ್ದ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಅದು ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಯಿತು, ಪಾತ್ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಯಿತು. ನಾವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಈಗ ಟೂ ವೇ ರೋಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಟೂ ವೇ ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಧ ರೋಡ್ ನಾವು ಡಿಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಪೇರಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇನ್ ಹಾಫ್ ರೋಡ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಫ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ will slow down. Flow of vehicles will slow down. Same thing happens with electrons here. So when you decrease the length, when you increase the length, its width decreases. So electrons gets small path to move. So what is resistance? Resistance is basically obstruction. It means ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Electrons straight ಆಗಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಈ ಥರ ಜಿಗ್ಜಾಗ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಎ ಕೊಲೈಡ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ collision is the reason for resistance. Remember, what is the reason for resistance? Collision of electrons. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, 1000, 2000, 3000. ಅವಾಗ ಈಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಖಾಲಿ ಇದೆ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಷನ್ ಆಗ್ದಾಗ ವೈ? Because you have to cross lot of people. Okay, so basically you are colliding with lot of people and you are taking lot of time to cross the ground because you have lot of obstruction or resistance. Same thing happens here. Because the length got decreased, because the length increased, its pathway decreased and it is colliding with more number of electrons. So its resistance increased. So with length, resistance increases. If you increase the length of the conductor, resistance increases. Next, resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section. Nodi, same case. This is the metal. This is the conductor or metal. Now, when you increased its length, what happened to its area of cross section? ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಯ್ತು. Area of cross section ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಯ್ತು. Area of cross section ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ resistance ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತು. Remember, this is called directly proportional. Directly proportional ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್. ಸಿ, ಈ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ದ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್. ಈ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ದ ಏರಿಯಾ. ಬಟ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್. Okay. Now if I combine, R is proportional to L by A. Combine ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎರಡನ್ನು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ R is proportional to L, R is proportional to inverse relation to A. If I combine, R is proportional to L by A. Again, to remove the proportionality, I put rho L by A. This rho is called resistivity. Rho is called resistivity. Basically depends on nature of the material. Resistivity depends upon nature of material. Now, so this is the formula. R is equal to rho L by A. R means resistance. L means length. A means area. Now, if you come to unit rho, now length in the. Okay, what is the unit of resistance? This is the symbol of ohm. Got it? Okay. Unit of length, meter. Unit of area, meter square. 1 meter, cancel. Cross multiply rho is equal to ohm meter. What is the unit of resistivity? Ohm meter. I repeat today. R is equal to rho L by A. R means ohm, rho means resistivity, L means meter, A means meter square. 1 meter gets cancelled. Cross multiply ohm into meter, ohm meter. So basically rho is ohm meter. What is rho? Ohm meter. Rho resistivity. What is this? Is ohm meter. So what is the unit of resistivity? Ohm meter. Okay. Any doubt? Till now. ಇಷ್ಟು ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಒಂದು ರೌಂಡ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.